Hello there, I'm tmib, and this is a Godforge adjacent video. Today we're going to talk briefly about how to use the tmib Godforge querybot. This is a Discord bot that I wrote that lives on the Control-Alt-Elite servers. You do not need to be a full member to come and use it. I built it so that players would not have to leave Discord in order to get stats and other information about Godforge heroes, armor sets, imprints, weapons, status effects, etc. Once you've connected to the Control-Elite Discord, you simply go to the public areas and click on Godforge querybot. Here you can type in several different commands. First one is hero. We're going to go ahead and look up Heimdall. And it shows you his abilities, lore, stats. This is base stats at level 1. What he gets for Ascension, what he gets for Awakening, etc. You can also look up armor sets. We're going to go ahead and look up Bear. Gives you the symbol, as well as telling you what the 2, 4, and 6 piece bonuses are if you have 2, 4, or 6 pieces on your hero. You can look up weapons, of course. We'll look at Excalibur. As you can see, I didn't type out the whole thing. You do not need to. It will search. And here's Excalibur's information. You can look up imprints. We're going to look up trick. If it finds more than one result, it will tell you that it did, and it will give you a drop-down box to pick from the different results that it found. In this particular case, I was actually looking for the unyielding trickster. You select it, and it displays you the imprint information for that imprint. Lastly, you can look up effects. Now, effects are interesting because there are a list of effects that were put out by Fateless via the various different content creators, and I believe shared on the Godforge Discord. They are not all of the effects in the game. How do I know? Well, I read the different abilities. There was a number of effects that happen that are instants. An instant is something that triggers but might not necessarily leave a buff or a debuff on whatever its targets are. This can be things like increased turn meter, which we're going to go ahead and search for. In this particular case, increased turn meter of targets by X%. Now, the targets and the percent will vary from character to character, which is why it's kind of vague. I created an icon, for instance, to have. There is no icon in the game that I'm aware of currently. Things like take an extra turn, for example, would be an instant. Shield and barrier are also instants. Increase, decrease turn meter, those types of things. These are things that I think they are going to go into more detail later, or we're just going to have to organically figure it out by reading characters' abilities. Some of the other instances are like equalizing hit points, that sort of thing. That's all I've got for you today. I hope that you enjoy this very brief tutorial on how to use the querybot. If you find anything wrong with it, you find information that is incorrect, please make sure that you report it to me so that I can fix and or update it. You should be able to query information from tmib.net on all characters that have been released thus far on godforge.gg. Until next time, Forge on.